All right, guys, your next comic is a regular here, and he's a two-time winner of the Clash of the Comics at the Richmond Funny Bone. He also runs the open mic over at Strange Matter, and does pretty much everything all over the town. So give it up right now for the very funny Jared Cullum.
Fuck it! Gravity. I don't need that shit. Magic.
Yes, I do.
Hey! God. Everybody doing all right tonight? Yeah. I'm doing great tonight. You know why? I had a snack pack earlier. It's highlighted my day. I learned that from my nephew. He's 9. I went to him yesterday. I was like, "How's your day?" He was like, "Great. Had a piece of cake today." It's so simple. You know what I'm saying? Like, that is so simple to me. Because life to me is such like every day is just like a tar of sadness and like self-loathing. You know, like I can't even leave the house in the morning with a pair of flip-flops on. And that's just like how self-conscious I am. But really, if I wake up and I look into a mirror, if I see any shape happening, because my shirt, any under here or any kind of shape going on, I will seriously wear a jacket. I will wear a jacket in 100-degree weather in a swimming pool. Because I'm just like, it's for an exercise. This is how Marines do it, I think. That's how bad it is. And I'm seeing a therapist. I know what you're thinking. You should talk to someone. I am seeing a therapist right now. I've been for a couple months. But she thinks it's funny. I am. And I know that it's not funny that I'm seeing a therapist. And I hope something funny comes out of it. Because that shit's really expensive. But it hasn't done anything yet. It's just so far. It's just this internal cycle of self-loathing, and it starts with something small, you know, just like a little idea, like, hey, it's hot outside. Maybe I should wear shorts. And then 10 minutes later, I'm laying on the floor thinking life is a desperate vacuum of nothingness. And then after a short 7-hour bath, I'm like, you know what? I did have a delicious snack pack today. I love that. 9-year-old thoughts. I tell you what makes me sad is that people are never nice anymore. So, like, what happened to that? Here's what I want to know. What happened to people holding the door for other people? When I was leaving a Blockbuster the other day, and I held the door for somebody. It was one of those 2-door situations. And I held the door for somebody. They passed through. They went through the door. I wasn't looking. Right in the head. I snapped. I was like, "Hey, thanks a lot, you fucking dick!" And then she got all mad. And all of a sudden, I'm the asshole. And I was like, she started to cry. I was like, "Look, little girl. I'm sorry I said the fuck word." Just get back on your little Barbie bicycle with the baseball card and the spokes. I used to do that when I was a kid. Did you ever do that? Put the baseball card in the spokes so it would sound like a motorcycle. But it didn't really. It just sounded like a bicycle with a baseball card in the spokes. But I'm gonna win. I got a motorcycle. I rode it here tonight. I love it. It's great. I've noticed when you ride a motorcycle, though, anytime you get somewhere, people are always like, "Oh, you came on a motorcycle? It's a good thing you didn't get hit or thrown over the handlebars or snap your neck." I'm like, "Oh, my day's fine. Thanks for asking, asshole." But really, I don't do that to people. I'm never like, "Oh, you walked here." Well, it's a good thing you didn't get beat up were robbed, were raped and stabbed to death. Oh, you flew in, that's great. It's a good thing the plane didn't careen out of control and then burst into flames, and then in the flaming molten wreckage when your naked burning body was running away, you just get raped and stabbed to death. All right, that's my time. Thank y'all.
Jared Cullum. America's sweetheart. Okay, this thing is set to half key. Just gonna leave it there. All right, guys, your next comic this evening, it is actually his first time performing here. Give it up for Mr. Andrew Pauley.
How are we doing tonight?
Good.
Almost fell. All right, I got a new neighbor. This guy moved 2 houses down. His name's Tom. So, Tom, what do you do for a living? He said he's a truck driver. I said, what kind of truck do you drive? He said, I drive an 18-wheeler. It's outside. Do you want to see it? I'm like, yeah, that'd be cool. So we went outside and looked around, and sure enough, it's an 18-wheeler. He said, hey, yeah. He said, hey, you want to get in a cab? I'm like, all right, yeah. I've never been in a cab of a tractor trailer before. So we get up there, and I start thinking. I said, hey, Tom, what's that thing in front of you? He said, that's a steering wheel. Really? And you just got the one, right? Just the one steering wheel. He's like, yeah, every car or truck has one steering wheel. Like 18 plus 1 is 19, Tom. It's a 19 fucking wheeler. Friendships are based on trust. We're off on the wrong foot, my friend. Let's try this again. What kind of truck you drive? 19-wheeler. Are you sure? You got any spares I need to know about? Hey, I got a favorite bookstore. My favorite bookstore is a little weird. Right on the outside, right by the door, there's a rack of books. And there's a sign that says something like, these titles, 60% off. That's what the sign says, but what the bookstore is saying is, take them, fuck it. They say French is the language of love. I think German is the language of S&M. Everything you say in French sounds like I love you. Everything you say in German sounds like a direct order that you do not want to disobey. My friend asked me, he said, what's your favorite animal? I said, I don't know, I haven't tried them all. I can vouch for chickens and cows. Giraffes and hippos? Maybe someday. I had a girlfriend, she asked me to go shopping with her, and against my better judgment, I did. So I'm a dumbass. We went shopping and went into a store and she wanted to buy some jeans, and she went in and she tried on some jeans and she came out. And she asked that one question. You guys know that question, don't you? Yeah, you know it. Does this make my ass look big? I said, no. I said, but do this. And she did, and I said, did you hear that ripping sound? I said, these jeans seem to be of poor quality. Let's try the next size up and see how that goes, baby. Sorry, I'm looking at my fucking notes. We'll get there, we'll get there. I got a friend, he's a nice guy, but he's a little stupid, and he gets offended really easily. I said something he didn't like, and he said that he was rubber and I was glue, and whatever I said bounced off of him and stuck to me. I said, you have lost your adhesive qualities. And he didn't understand. I said, you're no longer sticky. He still didn't get it. And I said, quit sniffing me. You are killing all your little rubber brain cells. When I was a kid, everybody thought I was weird. They still do. I know you guys do. I used to ride around the neighborhood on my bicycle with one hand on the handlebars of another bicycle. People would stop me and they say, what the fuck are you doing? And I say, I'm taking a ride with my imaginary friend. And I say, why doesn't your imaginary friend just ride an imaginary bike? Like, because imaginary bikes have imaginary brakes, dumbass. And that's really all I got tonight. Thanks a lot, guys.
Yeah.
Come on, Andrew!
Yeah.
All right, guys. Your next comic comes to us from Charlottesville. He runs a room there called the Charlottesville Comedy Roundtable. Give a round of applause for Mr. Jim Zarling.
What's up, friends? How you doing tonight? Once again, I'm from Charlottesville. One thing I've noticed on our few trips down here is that the guys in Richmond, you guys got a lot of guys who do impersonations. And we don't have any impersonation guys in Charlottesville, right? We got like an impersonation gap. So I figured I'm going to close the gap. I'm going to do some impersonations. Mainly because when I was a child, I spent a lot of time talking to myself. Not because I couldn't find someone intelligent to talk to, but mainly I'm the only person who would listen to me. I was a gifted child when I was younger, and as you know, a lot of gifted children have tough childhoods, and mine was doubly so because I was a re-gifted child. My mom actually got me from her sister at Christmas one year, and she had got me from her boss the year before. It was like a public service. I want to really, it sounds like a good idea. Give someone a kid, you can picture them running down and seeing the box. Everyone's like, oh, you're a baby. But you have to ask yourself, you know, are they willing to care for the child? Will they remember to feed it? Did you know that every February, our pounds are filled with unwanted Christmas gift babies? You didn't know that, did you? It's sad, sad state. I guess the moral of this story is have your baby spayed or neutered. Help control the population. What the hell was I talking about? Impersonations, okay. So I've got a few impersonations I thought I'd try out down here since you guys had all that dude did a great Cat Williams, by the way. So here's my first impersonation. Hi, I'm Robert De Niro. Did you guys get that? That was Robert De Niro. All right, yeah, I know. And this one's kind of current because you know what happened this last week. All right. Pardon me, Willis. What are you talking about? That was Gary Coleman. That was Gary Coleman, if you could get it. Yeah, I'm working on him still. And here's my last one. Hi, I'm Sean Connery. That's my Roger Moore. I gotta get those guys confused. I'm still working on that one. All right, guys. Hey, thanks for having me down here tonight. You guys have been great.
Jim Zarling. You ought to hear his Paul Rudd. That shit is dead. All right, guys. Your next comic, very, very funny guy. He also is a member of the Undergrads, and he most recently won the Bucking Comedy Throwdown down at Gibson's, which is held every month. Give it up for my friend John Reaves.
Yeah.
Hey everyone, my name is John Reaves. Okay, got some new stuff. Don't ever tell a guy in a wheelchair that you also have a wheelchair that you use exclusively for your large penis. It's a dick move. My friends say I look like Heath Ledger after the autopsy. What's wrong with having sex with dead people? When I die, I don't want to be cremated or buried. I just want to be made into sausage. It's easier and funner for the worms. There are children dying of starvation in Africa, yet the porn industry insists on putting penises through pizzas and popcorn. We must rectify this wrong. Seriously though. If I were a penguin, I'd be more concerned about being eaten by a seal than I am currently. have a dog whose name is Michael Phelps, and he medaled in the doggy paddle. People say, John, are you a cat person or a dog person? I say, I'm just a person. I was listening to the radio the other day, a Christian rock station, and then there was a song that was like, he's not finished with me yet. And I was like, where's the line between Christian rock song and gay anthem? It's pretty thin. Does anybody else do the best workout while watching documentaries on anorexia? I shared a badge with my bro once. My mom. I guess technically my dick wasn't there. Oh, hold on. My dad's calling me from his cell. Oh, hey, Dad. Oh, yeah, you should be on parole in a few months. Thank you. Thank you. It did work.
I said I didn't get it.
Oh, so like cell, like a jail cell? Cell phone.
Oh.
There's my wallet. I didn't have my phone on me. I'll work on that. Sorry, man. Oh, what the fuck is going on? People think I'm funny today. That's funny. Oh, man. My girlfriend just dumped me, and when she dumped me, she said, let's just be friends. And it took me a while to realize that she wasn't just planning our Halloween costumes really far in advance. But I still plan on being Chandler. My dream job is to perform autopsies in Hollywood. That way I get one last chance to grab celebrities' tits. I already missed out on Gary Coleman. You guys know that STD that looks like cauliflower? Yeah, it doesn't taste like cauliflower. I haven't tried salt though. This is my impression of telling a girl she's argumentative. After I've told her, this is the girl. After I've told her she's argumentative. Nuh-uh. Alright, that's new. Alright, my name is John Reaves. Before I get out of here, I just want to thank my fans. Without AC, you guys are the next best thing, so. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
John Reaves. See, he was using the word fans.
Yeah.
Okay, you got that one?
I'm on it.
All right, cool. I'll keep you up to the speed. You guys ready for your next comic? All right, this guy just won the Clash of the Comics at the Richmond Funny Bone, and you can catch him there regularly hosting at the Richmond Funny Bone. Give it up for my man, Roy Rogers.
Hey Silver, can you do me that's how you say it, right, Silver? Can you do me a favor and just like crop me right here for your video? I don't like to look myself in the eyes when I masturbate. Are we there? You're not gonna do it? Spoiled sport. Oh man. I think the Hulk has an anger problem. And I think he would be wise to get that shit under control. Like, he needs to do something constructive with his anger. And I think he should start baking. Like, if he gets really angry, it's like, Hulk, bake! Hulk, save recipe to entertain later! Hulk, souffle, fall! Hulk, smash! It's funnier when you're on a road trip and you're high. Not so much when you're telling it in front of a room full of strangers. So, I used to love creamy peanut butter, and it wasn't just that I loved creamy peanut butter, I hated crunchy peanut butter. Like, to the point where it was like, oh, you like crunchy peanut butter? Fuck you. I got into an argument with my roommate about it, and I basically told her to fuck off and go die. Well, one night I came home drunk, and after like a night of drinking, I like to eat something, and unfortunately the only thing I had in my house was a loaf of bread and some crunchy peanut butter, so I'm like, fuck it, I'll just make a sandwich. And I tasted it, and it wasn't awful. And by the time I finished the sandwich, I was treating creamy peanut butter like it was an ex-girlfriend. Like, what the fuck did I ever see in her? And I woke up the next morning and I had a realization of like the process that went on, like how my paradigm had just completely changed. And I was worried, like, what if my sexuality was that fickle? Like, I come home drunk one night and there's no vagina. So I make a dick sandwich and I taste it and it's not that bad. And by the end of it, I'm like, what did I ever see in vagina? And then I'm gay. The old dick sandwich joke. This is fucking stupid. Oh, man. I was in Quiznos one day, and I thought there were only 3 people in the store. The cute girl that works there behind the counter, the soccer mom in front of me, and then myself. But I was wrong. There was another cute girl that worked in the store, and she came from behind, like out back, and kissed like the other cute girl that worked there. But it wasn't like a peck on the lips or cheek or anything. It was full-on les making out. And the soccer mom in front of me just like turns around and she starts bitching about this. And like, I don't know about you guys, but I spaced out because there were 2 girls making out. Like, this is wholly irresponsible. We should call the manager and tell them. Oh my God, I can't believe this. I know, I can't believe it either. I usually have to pay to watch lesbians make out. So last summer I got a DUI, but it wasn't my fault. I know. I was at a bar with my buddy Monty, and we were drinking, and he's like, hey Roy, let's drink tequila. Look, mistakes were made. The next thing I remember, we're on the interstate, and I'm not sure, but I think the cop pulled us over because we were driving on the shoulder, doing 5 miles an hour. But to be fair, that's as fast as his wheelchair would go. Yeah, I got the DUI because I was sitting in his lap, blowing in the straw that makes the wheelchair go. I saw the lights, and I'm thinking, quick, turn on the flux capacitor. We gotta get this bitch up to 88 miles an hour. Go back in time before you were paralyzed. Hey, I'm Roy Rogers. You guys have a good night.
Roy Rogers! Very funny. The Hulk stuff is funny because he's got green on, so you can kind of almost picture that. All right, guys, your next comedian, also a member of the Fool's Day comedy troupe that will be at the Richmond Funny Bone this Wednesday, and actually the first female comedian on the bill tonight. Would have been the second, but Dave Hammer didn't show up. Give it up for Tori Sipe!
Oh, that was funny. How's everyone doing? Woo! So I was a really poor kid growing up. Was anyone else a poor kid? Anyone else poor? Thank you. Our car especially was like this huge piece of shit. My dad, he had a rubber mallet that he used to hit the stereo with to make it work. And there was 2x4 wooden blocks holding this driver's seat up. Like it was completely embarrassing. Like I was so embarrassed in front of my friends. People knew that we were poor because we were driving a Buick. So, but the holidays, they were also pretty rough. My dad, for Easter, I didn't have Easter egg hunts when I was a kid. My dad instead would throw eggs around the room sit in his chair, and then I'd have to go fetch them instead. And since they were real, I would have to scrape them up because we needed to eat dinner that night. But our St. Patrick's Day, that was really traditional. We kept that really traditional. You know, Dad would drink and Mom would yell. So it wasn't all that bad. But cookouts were probably the best if you're a poor kid. You know, my dad would come home every Sunday. I remember that we didn't have a grill. So we would boil the hot dogs and eat leftover beef and cheddars from a shift that he worked at Arby's earlier that day. It was really great. Last night, though, my brother, he had a cookout. It was his birthday. And I have to share this story with you guys because I can't even believe this happened. But so last night, I had the cookout, and my little niece, she had to go to the bathroom. So my mom took my niece to the bathroom. And then my niece comes running back in the room. You know, she doesn't have any pants on. And we're like, Mia, go get your diaper. And my mom comes in the room and she's holding the diaper. And we're like, did she go? My mom's like, no, I went to the bathroom. Which caused me to start busting out laughing. And we're like, what? What are you talking about? And she's like, no, I made her sit there and watch. And I was like, what, are you kidding me? She's like, I told her she had to wait. I had to go to the bathroom. And I just kept laughing. And then this is what she said to me. She got really upset, quote unquote. She said, go ahead, Tori. Laugh like a laughing hyena. Jesus Christ. It's okay. This happened yesterday, so it's fine. I couldn't even write it down without laughing. Because laughing. Alright. Anyway. But I do love my family. You know, my family is great, even though we weren't always like so privileged growing up. And my dad, when I started doing this stand-up stuff, he got really into it, and he decided to write me some jokes, and he was like, yeah, you should say my jokes, it'd be really funny. So I thought I would, you know, please him, so these are some jokes that my dad wrote, so I'm going to read them to you guys, just the way that they were written. So these are from my dad. Okay. Okay. How's everybody doing? Everybody got enough to drink? Yeah, I drank a little too much last night. So I was blowing this dude. Yeah, and so I stopped and looked up and said, what was your name again? He said Jennifer. And I was like, well, that explains it. That was the first one. You know guys, they're ridiculous. Ladies, tell me, has this ever happened to you? You know, you're going down on your boyfriend. The next thing you know, he puts his hand on the back of your head. Audience agrees, acknowledge them. So my boyfriend does this, and I stopped and said, wait a minute, I'm already down here sucking you off, and you're going to give me a flat spot on the back of my head? I mean, geez, that's ridiculous. There are just some things that cross the line. I mean, I just can't have my hair messed up. That was the second one. This is the last one. The other night he asked me to teabag him. I told him that I would teabag him as soon as he promised he would shoot iced tea out of his penis/dick/cock in case I couldn't think of the word. Yeah, so he promised. but it didn't taste like tea. Or that was the saltiest tea I've ever tasted. Thanks, Daddy. All right, you guys, I'm Tori Sipe. Thank you very much.
Tori Sipe.